is the deal with teens mewing? And what's this trend really about? Spoiler, it's not about feline friends. Here to dive into the latest social media craze is Kat and Nat from internet fame. And also just two women I love so much. So you're always on top of what's going on with the kids. It's great to see you both. What is mewing?
There, she's doing it.
She's doing it.
It is a trend that boys are doing online and in real life.
Yep.
And what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring definition to the jawline in order to make them look more masculine.
Okay.
Like, that's the serious, like, what's actually happening. They're sucking on their tongues and they're bringing it in. Now, our sons are all doing it just to be
when I'm talking, just...
So they're basically outlining
the jaw.
And then saying, shh, I can't talk, I'm mewing.
Because I'm so handsome, check me out, Mom. We're like, okay, get over yourself.
You're 12, sit down.
Right? Okay, let's take a look at how it's done. We've got a couple of videos that will show you the kids doing it, not the moms.
Oh. That's a little extra?
That was extra. Okay, so it's all about trying to chase a bit of perfection. Which is an interesting thing for us to be dealing with as parents because there has been a lot of attention on girls. And right now we're seeing boys who are into their hair, into their jaw definition, into their physical, like their musculature, like all of these things. So from a, you look at it and you talk about it, it sounds silly and funny. Is there anything dangerous about it? Like, what should parents know?
It's so hard because I think sometimes we get into this red alert zone when we see one trend. And I do think it's a bigger picture we need to look at because I think most parents don't know what mewing is. And this will go and another one will come in, but it will be in the same genre of what are we missing around this conversation of the boys now all of a sudden being so focused on what we were so concerned about the girls. Now we have the boys in the same zone of worrying about what so hyper-focused on what they look like. And if they're starting at 11 and 12 and we don't even know what they have seen before up until this point, it kind of goes into this, more toxic masculinity that we were trying to get rid of, and now we're back in almost too far again.
And so much of what they're trying to do is because they're watching other people do it, and it's unrealistic. And then it can become a problem.
Okay, so at some point we were trying to get the girls to a place where they were caring less about how they looked.
Yes.
They stayed there and now the boys met them.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what we wanted.
No.
We wanted both to go back to, like, maybe, focusing on what's happening inside your body and how you deal with other people and are you empathetic and all these things. So, Kat, you mentioned this. There's sort of, this trend's going to go away and another one's going to come in, but there's sort of an umbrella that we need to be looking at, and the umbrella is looksmaxing. So it's this whole thing. It's all about being going very extreme to be very masculine. Could be steroids, could be plastic surgery, could be something called starve maxing, which is what?
Where you don't eat, so you can get more muscles.
Anorexia.
Yeah,
really.
It's really, they're just like, it's a fancy name for muscle definition.
Eating disorder and anorexia.
Yeah, disordered eating, 100%, yeah.
What about breaking bones on purpose?
In order to change the look of your face or the look of your body, which is so extra. And that isn't what most of them are doing, but there is a percentage that are. And it's the pressure that boys are now feeling because they're seeing so many examples of guys trying to teach them, if you do this, you'll be more masculine, you'll get the girls. And our girls have been dealing with this before and forever and ever, but the boys were sort of ignored. So now we're finally bringing a little bit more awareness that the boys are having a hard time too, and they're having a lot of struggles.
And think about all the girls we talk about how to talk about their bodies and to them from a very young age.
Yes.
Where boys, we sort of have the narrative's not there yet. So we're in a new generation where we're parenting from a place where we can't draw on experience because we can't call our moms and dads and say, hey, what did you do? We didn't live it. So now we're having to scramble. And that's what's frightening is most parents don't know what is going on online, and they're getting something fed to them literally every 10 seconds.
Yes.
So it's like,
How do we go about then talking to them about things like mewing and starve maxing and looksmaxing and all of these things? What would you say is, what do you do? What do you do?
You know what I do. Stop talking. Throw them in a car.
Yeah.
Pick up, carpool somewhere. Get all, be like, I'll drive. Do it in the dark. And then what comes out of their mouths, I don't know how they think you're not there, but I think just being present amongst them rather than we have a problem. Do you know what mewing is? Sit down. You can't do that. Like,
and when they're in the car, for some reason, it's like they all want to hear their own voices. And they all want to have an opinion, so they're all just like shooting stuff. They're not even listening to each other. But you, as the driver, are taking it all in. And every once in a while, feel the right moment and just send in a really gentle question. How do you feel? Like, how does that make you feel? Something that they think you're just part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And then you'll get things out. But really, it's like inquire without, what's this called?
Yeah, the lecture.
And when in doubt at the dinner table, just do it to them and see what they do.
Let them know you know.
You know, once you steal the trend, they're like, oh, it's over.
It's over. Mom knows.
Yes.
When I was talking to them about it, or I was showing them the trend, they're like, you know that?
Yeah, you're like, watch me.
And I'm like, yeah, I know it. I try and be all cash about everything, but really, it's like my eyes are like bugging out of my head. Inside, I'm like, oh my God, this is
act natural.
But it's like act natural, and also like as the driver in the car with the carpool, I'm listening to everything. So, but I also feel like I can't bring it up later because then they know I was listening to everything.
No, teenagers love to be their own they love to be the expert.
Yeah.
Like, they want to be right. So just inquire rather than tell them. Be like, oh my, have you seen this? Like, they'll eye roll you, but then they'll tell you their full opinion on it, usually.
Yes.
And I think you have a problem if there is one part of the bigger puzzle. Right? Are they not going to the pool because they don't like the way they look? Are they same things
Are they
as
not
girls?
eating for 2 weeks before they go on vacation, so they have abs?
Are they going to the gym for 3 hours a day? Like
Is the dentist saying that their teeth are moving because they've been mewing for too long?
Like most are sort of like once it's there, it's gone.
Totally.
You know, once you know about it, it's happened.
I've been asking the questions in my fake casual way. Just to see what their take is on it. Is this something that they're taking seriously? And so far, they've both been very dismissive about. They're just like, this is so stupid, Mom. It's just you know, this is what we do, and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably good to keep checking in.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, because things could change at any time.
Things can
It's going to be
change.
something next week. So just be in tune with where they're at in their lives. Don't turn a blind eye.
Is there anything that you're trying to do to limit their social media? Because I feel like the train left the station, and then it's really hard to get it back in.
You know, I think that it's knowing their algorithm. I think that's your biggest thing. And send them videos that you want them to watch, and then that will become their algorithm. That's just a quick hack. So
Math videos it is.
You just talk a lot about positive things, and then that will start literally.
Because if you check theirs and you check their algorithm, it's a lot of the same stuff. You're like, how did this even get here? Because they watched it and they got more and more.
This is a great tip,
send
guys.
videos
This is
and then
parenting hacks from Kat and Nat.
You're welcome.
Thanks to both of you. Keep the conversation going.